I think we still have some activations. Oh my god, this is not fair at all, man. So we cycle this. And let's activate all 4 monuments, cause why not? Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today the monument deck of your dreams, because we will be going Rakdos with this one. I mean, we can try all the colors with this card, but Rakdos has very cool part about it. Artist talents. Whenever you cast a spell, non-creature, you may discard a card, you draw a card. That means activating Monument is insanely easy, and whenever you go for Brass Tunnel Grinder, I mean you discard 3 cards, you get all the modes from all the monuments to Endurance. And on top of this, we have cards like Fuel the Flames that is instant speed sweeper, and if you want, you can cycle it. So it's always useful card in every matchup. And on top of this, we of course have Liliana, just to keep discarding for free every turn. And we even have Mycosynth Gardens, a card that is absolutely forgotten, and you will see how powerful it can be in today's games. And with multiple monuments, you deal damage insanely quickly. I couldn't believe some of the comebacks, so I think you will like today's video. And let's go to the games. Alright, going first, we have a little bit of everything. I'll take it. This is a pretty solid hand. The cool part about this deck is that you have so many options that whatever you draw, you always basically can fix it. Do I want this cycling? This could be important. Yeah, I think we keep it. And we probably won't cycle this. We won't... Just don't duress me. Don't duress me this one time. Alright, black decks have absolute trouble trying to kill artifacts. They generally cannot. So even if they go Annex, we both have Engine to win. Oh, green! Green can actually deal with monuments. Alright. Basic land. Sure. That's fine. Alright, so how do we do it? I think we go with the grinder. That should be pretty strong. Because we are getting all the modes from monument. So let's go this. I think this. And this. I'm considering the Dragonfire. They might have some creatures, but it doesn't hit perfectly yet. So I think we just go for this. We activate Monument to Endurance 3 times with all the mods. Man, this is so good. And we also start dealing damage, which is also pretty nice. And we can cycle on opponent's turn as well. But I think we go Monument. Man, whenever you are starting to cycle, like, hitting second monument is always faster than you think. Nissa! Oh my god. The absolute madman.
You will listen to the will of the machine.
Alright. I see. So we will make sure. And you know what? I'm not giving. Well, I could draw a card. Oh, this is actually pretty nice. You know what? Let's cycle. Then we get extra value. But I guess we have other monuments, so it's kind of the same. No, because we can do it once every turn. Let's just draw the card. By the way, our opponent is at 13, because they double completed this. You can see how threatening the card is. Like, they wasted their main win con basically for this. My turn. Obviously. So we definitely go for this guy. We torch the tower, absolutely. Well, I guess if we're doing it like this, we play the mountain. And we don't need to bargain. Alright. And Nissa is out. So if they force us, if they try to kill it again, then we cycle, of course. Up the beanstalk. Alright. As long as they don't kill Monument on this turn, I think they are dead. Oh, and I think they don't have more. I will sacrifice this treasure. I think it's super worth it. Like, don't forget, you can activate each mode only once. First, let's draw some cards. We don't have as many as we would like to. Alright. Not the best draws, not the worst draws. They probably have removal, so I don't want to go for the vents. I think we go for the grinder. Like, this is such a good value. We keep, I guess, whatever. We keep this one. And we cycle cards that do not matter here too much. We should hit something else. Let's go for 3. This way we activate all the modes, and finally we have the talent, so we should be golden from now on. Man, like, whenever you activate all the 3 modes, it's so much pressure for your opponent. And we have another. We have another. Let's play this. Yeah, we are getting better and better right now. Okay. Pretty strong, pretty strong. And now we can Mycosynth Garden, the monument, so we can actually go for 3 of them, which is insane. Don't forget this is in the battlefield. Man, our opponent is really keen on destroying those monuments. Let's see what they pay. Probably life gain and distraction. Oh, they don't have more. So they just went with all the modes. I think I will go for 3 damage, honestly. Oh, Artist Talent is also scary, but come on, like, Monument has to be the target. Let's go for this. This way we deal 3 damage again. We need to put some pressure on them. They are getting back to 11. Don't forget. Not the best draw, but it's fine. So we probably want to kill this. It can crew... Oh, man, crew 4 is so expensive. I kinda want to play this and the garden on the same turn. So I think what we will do here is probably level up into level up. Well, this one is not super important, but I think this will encourage our opponent to try to kill it if they can, so our next monument sticks. They have basically the best type of deck to try to answer what we have, but I think it won't be enough. Oh, Liliana is so good. I wish we had Liliana, you know, at the start of this turn. And I should probably read the other part. I never remember exactly how it works, and I probably won't read it anyway. Overlord. Well, very slow play, but at least they can crew this, right? So we probably want to keep 1 go for the throat. Well, it might be a little bit rough. We want to kill them quickly here. Alright, so I should read the card. Whenever it has permanent, discover 3. Alright, I mean, I will go with Lily. This is also pretty nice, right? We could... Oh man, we actually have so many options here. So I could discover for free. We could monument into gardens. Oh man. We could monument into gardens, into Liliana. I don't... this can kill us on the next turn, potentially. Maybe we want to keep this as a blocker, but they probably have removal in hand. This might be the biggest turn of this game. We could go 1 monument, but I don't think it's great. 4. So 4 mana, 2 mana. We don't have too much after this. We can Liliana and discover. I will go for display. Let's go manual taps. And of course we can keep cycling, which is nice. We don't need this land. Alright, more Lilianas, I guess. We go for the garden. No! Oh my god, those taps. The worst. 3. Copy this. It can be tapped, we don't really care about it. Now we have double monuments. We could... Oh man, this is actually so good. So we can go for this, cycle all of the cards, or at least most of the cards, sorry. Man, my voice. So... Yeah, let's... Well, I guess I want to cycle it, not recast it. But it cannot hurt, I guess. We can cycle 1 more card, and we don't need the night market. At least not... Well, we don't need 1 Liliana, that's for sure. I want to have some instant removal, probably. Right, we want treasure, so we can play Liliana. We need only 1. So we draw a card. That's the first one. And I think we can do it again, right? I think we'll get all the modes on this turn. The problem is that I'm a little bit scared that they have another creature that can crew the World Wagon. And we actually don't have removal for it at the instant speed. Like, we need to find one. And I'm really taxed on mana on this one turn. Alright, let's get rid of this guy. Okay, this might be okay, maybe? Yeah, we have all the talent things. Right, let's make our opponent lose life. And lose life. And this is pretty intricate turn, I have to say. But we are doing pretty good here. And I will discard. So this can create treasure, this can draw a card. Yep, one last play. Man, this is insane. Draw a card and make a treasure. This treasure will be super important. Because we need to kill Liliana. And the last mana will be for Torch the Tower. Trying to what? To kill the wagon, because we have the boost. I will go with this. Alright, and we get the final move. What a turn! All of this started basically with us not having a single monument after two of them were removed. That's why we are going with the Mycosynth Garden. And the last mana might be the most important one. The only counterplay is if they remove Artist Talent first, then play a creature, then crew it, and then also play two lands on this turn. So it has to be probably Green Overlord, because that they need to play a land, Overlord, that gives this 11 power, then kill the talent, then crew, and that will work. Okay, that's an interesting play. So they don't have too much of a selection. Sure, go for it. Go for it. I think they lost. By the way, we can literally cycle a card right now and win the game. That's probably also the line I should, mention. But maybe they have life gain at instant speed, and then they kill us. So, we got this game. We got this game. And here's your honk. For the better day. Sure. I mean, we don't need any of the cards. Like, everything that we care about is already in the board. When they finish the turn, I will cycle, try to kill them. Yeah, they cannot. Like, this is 6 damage at the end step. Alright. Oh man, on the play this would be a very strong hand. On the draw, we can instantly die with this. I will risk it. I will risk it. In the right matchup, we can do so much here. Triple Monument. I mean, this is a hand. That's for sure. That's for sure. So we absolutely go for the talent on this turn, and then we'll think about the next turn. Not really sure what we'll do. What is the wording on this? That's fine. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, so we will discard before, right, Synthesizer. So we need to be fast, because they will get crazy. That's what I mentioned. On the play, this is a really strong hand. On the draw, it's one turn too slow to win the game, basically. But we'll try. We can double Monument. But is it good enough? Is it good enough? I honestly think we'll go for it. We could go for the disc. Man, you know what? I will go for the discount. But this is exactly this one turn being on the draw. It feels incredibly slow. Like, we are setting up and they're already spamming like 4/4s that never end. So you know that you are in for some trouble. And we will set up on the next turn as well. Oh boy. But we can cycle a card, which means that when we cast another monument, we will get a treasure, which means we can go for another Artist Talent, and then we can start really going. Here you go. We go for this, and now we can discard 2 cards every time we play something. We definitely don't need this. Yeah, spray is easier to say. What is this draw? Like, come on, man. Come on. I will draw a card still. Do we? I mean, yes. Because that means we can cycle it on our opponent's turn. Man, this is getting really crazy. I think we'll try to raise them with 4 monuments. By the way, just shuffler things, 15 cards, 4 monuments, double talent. Why not? What can you do? 7 damage to the face. Gaining 3 life, sure. So it seems that we are super far behind, but to be honest, it's mostly about having slow start. Because as you can see, we can deal 24 damage in like turn cycle. Do we try to go for this? I don't have more cycling effects, but I can always target their creature. I think we'll try to like literally raise them. And we go for this. Raid some treasures. And don't forget, we always get cycling thanks to the talents. Which means we are allowing a lot of plays here. Treasure. I think I should play the monument first. We don't need Liliana, she's doing absolutely nothing here. Losing life. Losing life. We need to go for this lethal as quickly as we humanly can. And you know what? I think we actually won the game. Because we'll kill them at the upkeep. Which is insane, man. It's actually insane. I cannot be... Even on the... But you can see, if we are on the play, this game would be not even close. Like, we would kill them when they have this, basically. But right now it was actually on the razor's edge. And I cannot believe we actually popped off so hard. We'll deal 23 damage in basically single turn. Let's go for the throat. I think we still have some activations. Oh my god, this is not fair at all, man. This is actually not fair at all. So we can play a land. We have all the colors. So we cycle this. And let's activate all 4 monuments, because why not? Oh, I should go for the life loss. It's fine, we'll win anyway. So I can go for this. You know what? This is actually cheaper. It's only 2 mana and it does the same job basically. We'll activate all of the modes on each of those 4 monuments. Why? I cannot submit to... Oh, right. I played the card. Yep, here... It just doesn't stop, does it? Man, we have so much cycling with this deck. This is obnoxious. Drawing card. We will trigger every part of every monument, even though we played it unoptimally. Which in the end didn't make any difference. Yep. And now we go to our opponent's upkeep. And we cycle this innocent card. Man, they were at 23 with all of this in the board. Man, this deck is something else. Alright, so the hand is like not crazy, but I think we have a little bit of everything basically. And I think we'll start cycling on this turn already. We don't expect artifacts probably. Well, maybe. Nah, we have enough removal. Torch the Tower will always be better anyway probably. If that's like Boros Convoke and stuff. We keep it. We go for the Verge, and we say pass. So basically we are waiting for some of our cycling cards like Talents, Grinder, Monuments, this kind of stuff, you know? And we'll cycle this, and we are basically getting 3 new cards. Then we go with Gardens, so we can prepare for the Monument at some point. Oh! The good old! Same deck as always. Alright. I see. So that's how it is. I go with Spray. I might keep it. It might be useful. Oh my god, so many lands. Like, you don't need so many lands for sure. So, pretty bad draw. 7 lands on 10 cards. That's probably never a good draw, whatever you play. Alright. They need to tap out, otherwise we won't be able to remove it. Because they have Pump Spell. And we really want to keep, you know, digging into our library. And if they went with some 2 mana spell on this, they have like Feathered Flight, that would be absolute perfection. But what we will do here, I think we go with Night Market. Like, we actually need way better cards. We are overdrawing clans like crazy. It's borderline lost game already. Yep. Well, nothing we can do about it. If we didn't cycle, like, we would have basically the same situation but worse. I think we kill it then. I think it's good enough. This way they only dealt 3 damage. We actually aren't ahead on this because, as you know, the usual aggro cards, they basically replace themselves. So even if they lose the creature, they aren't behind. Double mouse, sure. We can kill the token, but not much more. We basically need better draw. Oh my god. How many lands can you possibly draw in one game? Like, we are pretty low on lands. This is not a 26 lander. And we still draw nothing but lands. So, I mean, we have to... I guess we can go for the vents, I guess. This will give our opponent knowledge that we are not removing their creatures. It's always pain, but with this draw you probably will always lose. Like, you need better draws than this. Liliana, probably not very relevant. It would be super relevant if we drew it before this, because then we Locust Spray this, we Liliana this, and that could be a win already. But we drew it exactly a moment too late. Alright, but at least we can play land every turn. Thank you, Shuffler, for this one. Armor. If we can kill Scavenger, we can Liliana the mouse. Classic 10 damage out of nowhere. You know what? There might be a chance. We have triple black mana. So we go with this. Then we go with this. And we hope that they don't have another creature, because we are actually out of answers. Do I play those lands or keep them? I definitely keep this. Do I play the gardens? I will play. So very rough situation for us. But with this there might be a chance. I really want to attack their hand. Okay, I think we go like this. We get rid of this. We keep the Dragonfire. Alright, good choice. So we kinda want to get them to 0 cards. So now if they drew a land, they kept it. Monument? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. This is an interesting situation. Because if they keep drawing lands, they will always keep the land, not play it, and discard it. I think this could be a land. Oh, Monster Strike, sure. That's good for us. As long as they never play a card, we won't get their last card, which is an interesting one. And we also need this in the hand, right? I was literally thinking that the only way to get this, get us around this, is having double Liliana. And you know what? I think we will go with it. Let's go.
Don't overthink things.
Yep. Those are the lands, they kept it, but we get the last card, and that's huge.
Nobody knows Domino.
And suddenly we have Liliana against the empty board, and soon we'll be able to use Vents to cycle the bad cards. And if they get anything without haste, sure. This protects them from having this discarded. I could attack, but it's not really worth it, right? I want to try to go for the ultimate. It doesn't seem very great. I think we just chill here. We can cycle it. Basically, we are waiting for our big cards. I'm kind of astounded that we hit 0 grinders, 0 monuments, and 0 artist talents. But I mean, we drew basically only lands, so that makes sense, I guess. Alright. And our opponent needs to kill us somehow. Well, I guess I could get the card, but if they didn't play it, it's probably a land, I would guess. I think this is a land. So I actually won't do it. We'll force them to play something. They will cast it because that draws them card. It's uncounterable and there's no counterplay. So, prowess. Well, we want to go for this first. Kill it, so this is probably a land, I would guess. And they get a free card for being an aggro player. And they left. They cannot endure the pressure. Alright, let's sit. This should be a pretty good hand, so we are absolutely safe for the first turns. We will play a swamp. So we can either use this on turn 1 or cycle it if we decide it's not the right call. I think this is not what we need right now. It might hit something, but we don't need it right now. And I think we keep it. Let's go for Torch the Tower. It could be useful, but we don't need to do anything here. And let's go for... Well, we could also set it up. But we have 3 lands, we have the grinder. Should be good enough. Should be good enough. And probably we'll get rid of Fuel the Flames as well. Alright. We don't see creatures, so that means we probably don't need it. And as you can see, we can draw a lot of cards with this deck. Let's go with the grinder and get rid of all the cards. Yeah, I don't think we need any of them. So we are doing 5 new cards, hopefully Monument. Here we go. Here we go. That's how we do it. And our opponent can do something right now. Sure. This will be a bit of a problem, but I think we can live with it. Probably Monument? No, 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 no. Don't tap me like this. So I try to not manual tap everything, because that shows exactly which mana I'm using. But we had no choice here. So our opponent will get the lifelink. It will be a bit of a problem, but I think we can live with this. When we keep drawing cards, we should, absolutely go around it. And we'll probably try to exile it so they don't get it back in any weird way. Let's go. Let's go. Drawing cards for free. That's what we like. Okay. Land into Cycler. Okay, this could be interesting. So how do we do it? I really want to keep this cycling thing. I also want Monument, because then we go crazy, but this provides a lot of pressure and they have indirect damage, maybe even Shelly. So a little bit rough here. I think we'll go like this. This will be a bit of a setup turn. But I think it's kinda worth it. We could kill the Flash Gorger, I guess. And this is what... We could bargain this. It kinda did the job. I think this could be a good idea, because we are not losing the long game, and this is really cool because black decks cannot discard it. All the targeted discard always has the clause that lands cannot be targeted, basically. Yeah, I think we go for it. Let's bargain. Right? I did it right. Just making sure. We bargain. We kill this. We target it. And we sacrifice this. It already did the job of cycling cards. We pay 3, but it's better than getting hit by this every turn. And I'm doing it right now. I mean, this could be okay. But I would prefer something better. Like Liliana would be perfect. Right, I'm doing it now because they might have some weird, protection spells or getting it from the grave. I'm not sure. Maybe they also kill it in response, then reanimate. I think it's a little bit safer this way. Alright, we could attack with the vents, but they probably have removal. So what we will do is cycle right now, because we are very likely to draw a cycling cards. We need to draw for now. Double Monument is something else. Alright. Oh boy. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, they don't want to see it. Triple Monument. Well, I hope you enjoyed those games, and I have to say some of the comebacks were insane. I didn't realize how much we can deal so quickly, and while it's technically your turn and the opponent's upkeep, basically for your opponent it's 1 turn because they actually cannot do anything in between those triggers. And whenever you have multiples of Monument to Endurance, this starts to feel like a combo deck, because every time you cycle 1 mana play, you actually get 3 mana, for example, extra, because you have 3 monuments, which means that you actually get extra mana for cycling the first one, and then you can make all the other plays. And you have seen that at some point this deck goes so hard that activating all of the 3 modes is not an issue. It's super easy. And even with this construct game, even if it didn't have cycling cards, I originally just wanted to play Torch the Tower because that would trigger all the artist talent, and we had 2 in the board back then, so that means we would cycle 2 cards, which would activate 2 modes. So for example, a treasure token and 3 damage. Which means that if we draw something, we can do it again and then draw cards, and you get the idea. This deck goes absolutely hard. And I have some more thoughts, but before we go there, as always, thank you for all the Patreons. Really thank you guys for all the support you are giving to this channel and allowing it to exist into the future. So thank you for that. I hope you are having fun. And yeah, the grinder is kinda insane in this deck because it's so easy to trigger all of the monuments. It's kinda like it had the wording of, when you play this, activate all of the modes on your monuments of endurance. And whenever you have multiples, it's so much value, especially that this can get discounted to even 1 with enough talents, and then you actually are mana efficient while also getting all of the modes, while also cycling bad cards. Like, this goes really crazy on every direction, and I really like cards like Fuel the Flames. This is something I absolutely love. It's a sweeper at instant speed that also has cycling, so if that's not the matchup, you can safely just, cycle it in the different card, which means you can play 4 off and you basically never are, not happy about having it, especially that cycling itself is already value. So I was even considering adding cards that we aren't using at all. Skycrash was one of the ways that I wanted to go about it. I started with 4, but then I realized that we need more removal. But cycling for 1 is such a low cost that basically it's like extra cycling card every time you need it, and it's super important when you have monument to have at least this 1 cycling card so you can start the chain of value. And when you start doing 2 cards for every cycling, it's very easy to keep chaining it forever, and then you probably get another monument, and then you probably take over the game and your opponent is like, oh my god, and eye rolling to defeat. So yeah, that's kinda it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and see you guys tomorrow.